dumb questions of some stupid data structure that your application has prepared for it. You don't want the view reaching in like an octopus and touching all your business objects. Because if you do, then you start writing methods in your business objects to serve the view. And the business objects have no business knowing anything about the view. So here we've got a class that's clearly got 3 responsibilities. And yet something in that class, something about the way that class structured appeals to us. We like it. We like that. We like the fact that the employee can calculate its pay. We like the fact that the employee can save itself to the database. We like the fact that it can generate its own element of a report. Isn't that, after all, what objects are supposed to do? Aren't you supposed to put all the methods in an object that that object is supposed to know how to do? Yeah, you are, but that makes for a really coupled, nasty system. One of the reasons that object-oriented systems get so hard to maintain, because we jam so much stuff into single classes that don't belong there. How could we separate these into different classes? Well, there's a whole bunch of ways. For example, on a side note, I didn't know that was up there, but since it is, I'll talk about it. Who does test-driven development in here? Ooh, more people than in the last one. That's good. About half of you are doing test-driven development. And about half of the people with their hands in the air are lying. Not because they aren't doing it, it's just that they don't know what test-driven development really is. Now, how many of you get the feeling that test-driven development is slow? A few of you do. You're right. Right? It feels slow. This graph is an interesting graph. It was put together by Jason Gorman. And he gave it to me because I asked him for it. He said he did this interesting experiment with himself, nobody else, just him. He wrote the Roman numerals kata 6 times, excuse me, six times, over 6 days. He wrote it once per day. Now, the Roman numerals kata is a pretty standard little problem. You hand an integer to a function, and it hands you back the string that represents the Roman representation. So you hand in a 1, it gives you an I. Hand in a 2, it gives you 2 I's, and so on. It's a fun program to write, by the way. Just try writing that one time. You'll sit there for several hours trying to figure out, well, how the heck do I do this? Anyway, he had figured out how to write it a long time ago. He had written it many, many, many times before. So this was not an exercise in him trying to solve the problem. It was an exercise in him just writing the code that he already knew how to write. He wrote himself an acceptance test, which once he was done, he could pump it into the acceptance test.
Good morning,
and the acceptance
Pax.
test would tell him
Happy
if
Tuesday,
he
homie.
did it properly or not. Then, over 6 days, he wrote it once with TDD, once without.
I'm trying my
once with,
hand
once without,
at
once
IRL
with, once
streams,
without, trying to control
which has the potential
and
the
result of
potential to
what you
be
see on the
incredibly
screen.
boring,
Notice that the,
dry,
bottom line
and filled
there
with no
is
interesting
22
content.
minutes. So it goes from
But that's
22
why we
minutes
try
to
things,
30
right?
minutes. It's just showing you the top part of the graph. It's a
So what
trick
I'm
that
doing
lots of
is
statistics
I'm
like
trying
to use in the
just to
news
stream
when they want to
myself doing
exaggerate
my
the effect of
day-to-day.
something. They just show you the top.
Right now I'm
graph.
studying.
So that's what he's done here in order to exaggerate the effect. Still, the effect is very interesting.
Incredibly boring, I think I said.
In every case, when he did test-driven development,
Am I coming through?
it was several minutes shorter.
Am I cutting off with the mic or something?
In every case, when he did not use test-driven development,
Is
it
my
was a
audio
few minutes
tripping on you?
longer. That's a remarkable outcome, especially since he already knew the algorithm. And why did it take? Notice, however, that throughout the period, he got better. Every day, it got a little bit better.
Oh, I'm trying my hand at IRL streams, which just I'm gonna broadcast myself
All right.
doing my
Why did
day-to-day,
the,
which can be incredibly
the
boring,
non-TDD
but I'm gonna
take
try it
longer?
anyway.
Because in every case, when he thought he was done,
Did you get that?
he wasn't. And he had to go back and add something.
So I can almost see it as
When he
the.
thought he was
Have you seen the
done,
movie The Truman Show?
so his acceptance tests always passed.
You just sort of watch
but
him
the
doing
TV
stuff.
side, they didn't pass the.
So right now I'm broadcasting myself doing an
Oh, that
IRL
is very
stream
interesting
in real
and
life.
Kind of expected. What
I'm just
was
studying.
unexpected
That's all I'm
was
doing right
his
now.
Impression, something that's not on the graph. His impression was that the TDD was.
So if you leave right this moment, I will not feel
even
at
though it was faster,
sad or offended.
slower. But never mind that. That was just on my screen by accident.
Yo, what's up, Salty?
Let's try.
Is the audio coming through okay with the video I'm playing? Can you guys hear that too? So you're just watching Cut Study. Pretty freaking hype, right? Fay. Salty F Domby's in the building. How's Salty doing today, man?
How could you get those responsibilities out of there?
What's up? I'll tell you.
The repository pattern. Well, that would be interesting for the database. If I got the save and find functions and I put them in another class called
I'm
the
gonna fire up my
employee
stream on my
then
phone
my
to
code,
see
when it
if
wanted to save an employee, would
the
not
audio
go to the
levels are
employee
okay.
and say, save yourself. Save yourself.
Oh dear Lord.
The code would go to the employee
I
and
won a
say,
sub from
"Here,
Salty
let me take you and give you
by
to the
trying something new?
And then it would say to the
What did I do,
repository,
Salty? Thank you so
"Save
much,
it."
man, for the sub.
The same would be with the
Correct me if I'm wrong, bro, but I
ID.
believe this
ID
is the
would be
first
part of the
time
repository. You would go to the repository and say, "Find
you've
this
subbed to me.
employee by ID."
Congratulations.
Back out.
Part of why I'm doing these IRL streams is I want to figure out ways that I can
You would never go to a
reward my
database and
subs
save yourself.
by allowing them to do some really cool interactive stuff with my
Through a
stream.
repository. All right,
But
fine.
that
helps
requires a
with the
lot
database.
of time
How
studying.
about,
And then I started fearing if I spend all this time studying, I'm gonna not stream as much. And then I came up with the idea, oh, maybe I can just stream myself being incredibly boring and studying, even if it's not like, my premier content. My premier content I consider being, my Street Fighter streams.
Reports.
Oh, you've been trying to catch me on? Yeah, man, I was under the weather.
And no, they're more
I was
like
under the weather
they're
almost the
born
past
cranky.
week now, but I'm feeling better now.
As soon as
But
you
part
have a
of being
report,
under the weather
you
kind
know
of
you'll have more
got me
reports. And then
transitioned.
they will split
I feel like
into
I'm
even
settling
more
into the winter
reports.
time,
Imagine what this class
and
is
I
going
feel
to
very
be
much in the mood.
where it's got describe employee.
Very much in the mood to
state one,
blow the dust off
describe
my old
employee
projects and try to get them
state
going
two,
again.
describe the employee for the
After all,
hourly report,
that was kind of my
describe the
end goal
employee for the commission report, describe the employee for
when
the
I started,
benefits report.
doing my own
And
thing
you
and not
wind
working
up
for
with a
Corp,
long
because
list
I
of
wanted to
prescribed methods
contribute to the
or report
FGC
methods inside your
in like
business
a,
object. Anybody seen one?
to make an app for the FGC type manner.
Nice little business object, cute, nice.
But then I
type
discovered
business
streaming, and then I completely
pretty
dropped the
little
ball
thing,
with
and
making an app
then
for the FGC.
list of reports just grew. Well, what we'd like
But
to
now I'm
do
trying to
is
combine it. I want to
reports out of
I don't want to get rid of
We
either
could do that by
aspiration.
creating yet another class called the
So I'm trying to combine it by streaming myself, trying to make.
And what you would do is you would
FGC
take the
stuff.
employee and hand it to the employee reporter.
But I'm
and
thinking
say,
of maybe
"These are
what I
reports."
might start streaming at
And
first
very likely we
is
would
just
have
trying to
several
think out loud,
reports,
which is going to be
and one for
incredibly
the hourly report,
scatterbrained and
another one
potentially
for the
boring for you
commission
guys.
report, and still
Just try to
another
think out
one
loud of
for
like,
the,
how can I get a certain thing to
benefits
work?
report,
Like if I wanted
so
you
that
guys
we
to
would not
toot
even
a
be
hype horn in
publishing
my
them all
stream,
together.
how would I make that work?
Now you think about a structure like
Would I
that,
have to
and you
code
say,
up
well,
something or what?
If I do that, then all my classes are just going to.
And right now I'm completely clueless.
Not quite.
I'm just like,
Only one method.
let me just stream myself thinking.
2, 3, 5. And
This
that's
could be
not a
the
bad
worst idea
thing.
ever, but I'm game to
That's
try
what
things
you
out.
have.
And thanks again, Salty.
as small a
Receive.
number as
I got a sub
possible.
from at the most unexpected time while I'm doing, trying something different, completely new and scary for me.
For all the methods you don't know where to put.
What kind of app? I was trying to make
A class like this is called the resource manager.
kind of a social app
Sometimes it's called
for the fighting game
database.
community where they can
The database
have
is
a
this
one-stop
thing that
shop.
sits in the center of our system, right? It's the
a one-stop
important
shop to where they can look at all
It's the middle of the
stuff
system.
related to
And
FGC,
so
like
we put into it
who are the top
everything
players, what are the
we don't
top
know
fighting
what-
games,
How the database will do that.
what is the character roster.
No, I don't want the database in the middle.
Can I look at the
Database is in
characteristics
the
of
middle.
these
I want it sitting
characters?
off on the outside.
Let's look at
I
their
don't want
move
the
list.
business
Let's look at their
talking to
lore.
there is a database.
Let's look at
I don't
which
want the
players
database
out
anywhere near
there
my
are the
application.
most popular.
It should be an appendix hanging off the side because databases get inflamed. And
Do
you
I have to
remove
unhost?
them and replace them with something else? Anybody fiddling around with NoSQL?
That is so weird.
Get some all in the same group over here too. NoSQL database is the new fad, right? I mean, you have to have fads in software.
Wow, so has everyone been
NoSQL databases are databases
doing
that
that? Like not seeing what I was streaming this whole time?
And I think this is a good idea. I like the idea. I in fact,
What
am
the
using
heck?
the NoSQL database for one of the
Yo,
projects
what's
that
up,
I'm
Juice
involved in.
Nukem, Nick Theris?
What's
Glad to see my
logical
Excalibur's up in here.
is for
Hope
my
you guys are doing
application
well.
To know that it is a NoSQL database.
So
Yeah,
Pac was able to see. Maybe it depends on
database. It shouldn't care that
what
it's a
medium
NoSQL
we're
database.
using to view the
My
stream. Like
application
maybe
should
some
have
of
no
you guys
idea
are using
what kind of database I'm
the
using.
PC web
Databases
browser. Some of you are
scale
using
up
an iOS or Android
managed
app.
by a few interesting classes
Maybe
like
it depends on
classes.
that.
And
Twitch
if
is
I ever
all
want to change the database,
convoluted in that
find
way.
those classes,
Twitch can
rip
be
out the
presented
one
in different ways, I
put
think.
in a different one.
Well, I know that for sure,
In fact,
actually.
it should be trivial, relatively trivial, for you to come in one day and say, this database we've got sucks.
Yo, so Salty sent yo an app that could show you where locals are or arcades with Street Fighter cabinets. Hell yeah, dude. See, I want to make it an app
Mongo.
for us. For the people. For the people, man. And whatever that app consists of, I'm still trying to figure out. I used to have a very specific mindset of what I wanted the app to do, but now I've really changed my tune, and I want it to be something super generic to where we can do whatever we want FGC within this app.
So we're using some database. This is
GC
.NET
habit,
kind of
guys.
conference, isn't it? How many of you are doing .NET stuff? This is kind of
What
a
the
.NET-y like conference. There's a lot of .NET people here. And what
Yo,
database
Nick
do you
Theris
guys
with the 5 months in a row, homie. Thank you so much, bro.
Shouldn't have asked that.
I really
That's kind of
appreciate
like
that,
asking
dude.
What IDE you use.
Nick Theris, my Excalibur. 5 month in a row sub. Salty F Dommies for the first ever sub. Much love to you guys. I really appreciate it, man.
All to the one.
Salty F Dommies.
Anyway,
Hitting the ground running with the Kappa. Cutlass Kappa
what
emote.
if you wanted to change that database?
Hella better than the
Yes,
original
you're
Kappa,
right,
I must
secret
say.
police would be
Hey,
active
hey,
in
hey.
seconds, but what if you wanted to change that database?
But I'm
And decide
thinking
to
of
use
just...
Mongo or Couch. What
I
do they
don't know,
name their
guys.
database?
This
Couch.
might be the worst idea ever, but I'm just
You ought to be
thinking
able to
of
do that.
perhaps
You ought to be able to do
streaming
that
myself work.
just to try
I don't know yet.
How would that work?
It's kind of... I
Most
find
of
it
us,
pretty
however, have
intimidating.
systems that are so
Because
entangled with the database, the very thought
I'm streaming myself
even
repeatedly
trying to
failing right in front of
change
all
it
of you
from
guys.
one vendor to another is so hideously horrible.
I have the
that we-
confidence to do that in Street Fighter.
And because of that, the next system
I
we
have...
write,
I think because I've been doing that
talk about it,
longer in general in my life. Like, I've been playing Street Fighter
that's
since
a
I was...
huge violation
know,
of the single
As many of you know,
responsibility.
since I was like 12 years old.
Database
So I kind of got the confidence
change
to
for reasons that are
broadcast
completely
and be
independent
completely
of all
transparent
the
about my
business rules.
struggles
Who's seen
with
stored
Street
procedures
Fighter.
with a whole load of
I have a
business
pretty
rules in
thick skin when it comes to
What
Street
kind of
Fighter. I can
nonsense is
go
that?
through hell and back and still be able to
Business
broadcast
rules
it
are
and
sitting in
remain
the database?
a reasonable person on broadcast, I
Now,
feel.
I can understand
Coding, on the other hand,
putting
if I'm going to stream myself coding,
integrity checks in score
that could be a whole different story
nice
because
fast queries and
coding
stuff.
is
That I get. That's
10
okay.
times more mentally draining
Rules?
10 times more stressful.
Business rules don't belong in the database. If you put your business
And you guys
rules
are
in
going
the
to see
database,
me
you
at
know who that makes happy?
99% of the time not having a clue what I'm doing.
'Cause he knows he's got you.
And I'm being legit. Well
Just
over
try
90%
to
of the stream will be
change.
not
Just
knowing
try,
what
'cause
the
I've
hell
got
I'm
your
doing.
Business rules.
And will I find out the solution that day? The chances are no. It takes multiple days. It takes me time to sleep on it. So I have no idea if this is a good idea or not, but I do want to try it. I want to give it a trial run for, I don't know, a month?
It is a fundamental element of software.
So Salty, you think streaming stuff like this would be
The
cool?
goal is to separate things that change for different reasons.
Feedback duly noted, homie.
Change for the same reason. And we do that so that our systems can be robust against change.
Oh, so Nick
When
Theris, you tried
some
Chrome.
guy out there asks us to change our system.
Tried Chrome, Firefox. Both
and
showed
be
host.
Perfectly clear that nothing else in the
I'm assuming maybe a Twitch app would
There
have
are
ignored
several
the host
symptoms of
status.
bad design.
Either way, it's some sort of
One
weird
such
bug.
symptom is called rigidity. Rigidity is the tendency.
Jay
of a
not hosting
system
anymore.
to
Hey, what's up,
resist
French
change
Waffle Crisp? In the
by
building. Welcome back to Qtopia, man.
Forcing you to make a change in multiple places.
Chill and chat and work. But I can see,
Now,
like,
if a
I'm not.
system is
I
very
think
well designed,
at first, guys, I'm not gonna try to expect too much from myself
and a customer comes
because
to
I
you
could
and
probably
says,
stress myself out into the
I'd
ground
like
and give up altogether.
"Change that report
I might just broadcast myself,
to something else."
and I might not be the most.
How many modules?
I can almost guarantee I won't be the most entertaining streamer
One.
when I go through this trial period. Because I'm going to force myself to broadcast even when I'm going through times where
I want to change
I'm pissed off. I can't
menu
figure something out.
and how it works. I'd like
Which
to
is a
change
majority of making an app
page
work,
structure,
is you're pissed off
the navigation
trying to get it to work. So who knows? You might see a whole new dimension of cut. You might like it, you might not. I think I'm a reasonable person even when I work in code. It's just been so damn long.
But should you have to change any business rules?
I've had some good friends. Juice has been good about it.
Should you
Kind
have to change any data?
of sends those little feelers out to me like, hey, so
Any logic?
I remember this
inside
world where
the
we'd
code?
have this FGC app, and I'm like, yeah.
Anybody seen?
Thanks for the reminder. So I really appreciate all you
Because
cats
the
who
programmers knew
just,
that
send those little
certain
probes my way and
things
keep
on
me
that
thinking
page,
about it.
certain other things
'Cause I don't know, as I got
entered
sick
on
over the
this
week,
page so that by the time we got to that
my
page,
brain just
we
had
would
time
know
to
we had
rest
those
and
things.
reset, and I just
Change
really
the
started.
navigation structure. Oh, those wouldn't be
I just really started feeling like working on all this stuff again. I started feeling really passionate about it again. Call it divine intervention, man. I don't know.
Single responsibility principle. We have coupled the business
But I think for a long time I was jaded. I just didn't want anything to do with code. And I'll likely get myself into that point again. But hey, at least I'll do it on stream and I can look back at the VODs and see, oh, that's why I became a crybaby that day. Because I wasn't looking at the bigger picture, blah, 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 blah. But yeah, chill chat and work, Salty F Dommy says, just go with the flow, man. LOL, we'll laugh with you, bruh.
And then you think, wait.
Right on, dude. I'll give it a try, dude. Yeah, so am I, Juice homie.
And you realize
I haven't felt it in a while, like feeling like coding.
And you make a change.
That's why streaming has been such a great distraction for me.
And you start following this.
But I no longer want it to be a distraction. I want it to be part of what I do. And why not just combine all of it?
You're still not done. That is a rigid system. A system that forces you to work backwards.
So, I'm thinking,
and causes you to
and my answer, I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I might just answer with, oh, that's too hard. I don't know how to do that. But I figured I'll throw this out there and ask you guys, is there anything you guys would like to see me get to work?
when you touch a module,
Like, is there some
and everything appears
little
to work,
piece of
except that something completely
whatever
different
code
in a
that
completely
you
different part of the
were
system?
always kind of curious about, and you would just like, I've always wondered how this
By the
works.
way, who's seen this
How would it look like to draw a window or something like that?
Couplings, long distance couplings.
I'm just kind of, I guess what I'm basically trying to ask you guys is if there's anything you would like to see me work on. And I'd love to start off small, get my feet, you know, get myself all warmed up again.
But there's some funky thing that happened.
Where's the studio, Visual Studio program?
Something else got changed. How can that happen? Imagine that I have a module. This module serves a responsibility over there. Let's call them the accountants. And there's another group of people over there, roles.
Visual Studio.
The clerks.
I'm trying to remember where I put it.
There's a function in this module that serves the
Accountants.
accountants.
There you go.
That is identical to the function.
Oh, French Waffle is absolutely right. It's never too late to learn. I myself, guys, I learned coding.
And the programmer looks at that and says,
I'm a horrible coder, but I love doing it. And that's, I think, the most important part. As long as you enjoy it, you're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep practicing it. And I learned very late in life.
The clerk code.
I'm 39 years old now. I didn't learn how to code until I was about 25. Very late bloomer, dude.
Then later on, there's a change to the business rules.
So I
needs to be altered.
Shoved all that info down my throat within a short span because I was young, dumb, and wanted to learn how to do everything in the world ASAP. That was pretty much what I was.
I'll change it. And you generate the reports for the accountants, and they're perfectly happy, and you've forgotten that you had also bound this to the clerks. And the next time there's a production run, the clerks all go, what the heck happened here? All our totals are wrong. Well,
alright, so Juice says make an app, just keep track of what CPT events are coming up.
Have eliminated that duplicate.
That feels like it could translate well into code. I guess code.
Should the developer have
Well, you guys are both agreeing with the whole locals thing. Interesting.
It wasn't duplicate. The fact that they looked the same, the fact that they had the identical implementation was an accident. They served separate masters, so they can't be duplicate. A function that serves one master cannot be the duplicate of a function that serves another master.
Try to open my old projects, man.
So violating the single responsibility principle can cause systems to be fragile, cause them to break in bizarre and strange ways that make all the managers go, holy crap, these guys don't know what the hell they're doing.
So this is where I left yoga. So I was working on an FGC app called Yoga Frame. That's the code word. That's not the final name of the app. So that's just the code name, Yoga Frame. It's a play on words, you know, Yoga Flame from Dalsim. And I changed it to Frame because I wanted it to be a frame data app for the FGC. But since the inception of this, my vision, my sights have really changed to make it more than just frame data. I want it to be just general social, a general social app for FGC. And you guys seem to be kind of gravitating towards that want also just by mentioning tournaments and stuff, how to find locals.
Next code to guess. He tries to guess a code, and then the code breaker scores that, and I'll describe the scoring in just a minute.
See if this thing even builds still, man.
Breaks the code. The scoring is very simple.
Still builds.
You get in the game of Mastermind, they use white and black pegs.
So Juice says, yeah, I feel like the scope can always be expanded too. Going into keeping track of winners, yes sir.
It chooses a color that is in the code, but that color is in the wrong position. White peg for that.
You know, it'd be like the Who Won app. What happened at this event? What are the brackets? Who's currently fighting? How can I look at the archive for that? Is it live on Twitch? Are there archives of the replays that I missed? Are they available on YouTube? Like, I want to integrate all that kind of stuff, right?
And the goal is to guess the code in the minimum number.
If it's Street Fighter V, if it's Street Fighter V only, you can keep track of how many CPT points X player has or whatever.
So the computer will make the code, and the player We'll guess the code.
Sweet. Let's
What are the
scope out
responsibilities?
something like that. Let's spec it out real small for now.
Okay, we've got the
So here's the
scoring.
yoga frame
Scoring
test
is a responsibility.
framework.
Okay, that's good.
And this would
And,
typically deploy
We need to
this
know how
yoga
to do
plane,
that scoring
yoga
in an
frame
interesting
service
way. So what
to
would
my
you
web
call
servers.
the role that knew how to score the code?
And this should fail because I don't have my web services.
Is the scorer.
Let me shut this
Now, is there a
YouTube
person
thing up in the
that ties to?
background.
Yes, there is a person that ties to.
Watching this dude is really
Why-
sparking my interest again. I don't know, it's the way he delivers his message. He delivers his message in a way that there's current problems in the culture with software development right now. He goes into craftsmanship and discipline, stuff like that. And my philosophies really gel well with the message he's delivering. Bob, what's his name? Bob Martin. Robert C.
Find the
Martin.
algorithm.
But let me pause him for a second. Sigh, don't get me back interested in code and cut. I've been fine doing it at work. I feel you, man. I do know it's a blessing, though, to remain interested outside of work. That's when you're just riding waves. Dude, does anybody know... I can't work without classical music playing. Legit, that's just how my mind works. Does anyone know where I can play classical music and not get muted in my Twitch VOD? Excuse my throat burp. Non-copyright classical music. I'm just on YouTube right now. I should actually... Yeah, I need to get in the habit of showing what I'm doing. There. I'm at YouTube. This is me working. Hella hype, yo. No copyright. Classical music? Because I need classical running in the background, but I don't want my whole damn VOD to be muted. Music for creators.
Hey everyone, Ammunition here. Today we're going to be opening up this giant box that Intel sent. Oh my god! What is this? They put my name on it and everything.
Computer nerd girl.
Dude, that's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Wow, it's like, the whole thing is just made of wood.
Wood. Alright, this'll work. Oh, you got one too, Nick? Yeah, I'm gonna add that to my, I'm gonna open a separate tab with that one available. Thank you, sir. Ooh, yours has snow in it. Alright, I'm gonna give this music for creators a try. Why does this song sound familiar? La la la. You guys want to know how easily distracted I can get? Extremely easily distracted. So get ready for a whole lot of that, guys. Sidetracked cut. You know you're working on an in-house app when you have all the dimensions tweaked. It's all ugly. Like, look at all this. All this dead space right here. So you guys would be interested in seeing an app that shows it keeps track of what CPT events are coming up. Okay. Ranging from small locals to majors. Okay. So right now I'm just reading your guys' chat. This is all I'm doing. This is the app I use, by the way, Chatty. So you guys know whenever I stream, this is how my chat box looks like on my other monitor. So when you guys say, "Hello, Cut," this is what I'm seeing. So I highlighted this because I'm thinking about like the type of variables we might want. Like I can have like a variable that determines, is it a local? Is it a major? And then I was reading Juice's stuff. Keep track of winners. I'll be right back, guys. My doggy needs to go out. Not sure why, I just let her out. Right back, right back. My doggy is outside eating grass. It's rare that she does that. She usually only does that when she needs to clean out her system, because that eating grass for doggies causes a natural gag reflex. And then they puke up there whatever's inside their belly. So I wonder if she got into something earlier, or if it's just routine maintenance, I don't know. So romantic. Yeah, this one might be a little too romantic, we'll see. Did she get into my breakfast burrito? Yeah, I can be pretty bad about letting her get away with begging, because she's just so cute when she begs, guys. It's easy to break down in front of my dog. She knows how to give you all the sad puppy dog looks. Let me play Nick's Classical. This one is a little more, almost kind of sad.
is an army on French soil, trained and funded like no other army in history.
Stop this one. So right now I have the sliding door open. It's getting cold. Waiting for my doggy to do her thing. There should be a law that, like, no classical music should have copyright. None. None of it. Why? Because I said so. That's why. Copywriting music is such a weird thing to me, man. I don't know. I understand the business reasons, I guess, but in the end, music is art, and you want to share art, and copyright does exactly the opposite. Dang, my doggy is going in, still eating that grass. Hopefully she's okay, man. What does event hubs look like these days? Do you guys still go to this website? Is it still relevant? One feature I always kind of liked about event hubs is it shows the current live streams. I'm sure most artists they get paid millions to sing, play musical instruments era would agree. Yeah, man. Like, if you write something that, like, some of these cats claim that it wasn't them who wrote these pieces, right? It's like it came to them in a dream, it came to them like divine inspiration, and I do believe that stuff. Like some classical works, the artist doesn't take credit for. It's like it all came to me. I didn't think it through, or just appeared. And for that to be like gate kept, it's unimaginable. Stuff like that. Just like the depth of beauty is just anything monetary wise is like petty.
Meet the new builders. They see what doesn't exist, and they make it exist. And we're the cloud that's obsessed with turning their dreams into
This mofo
reality.
put
Out, because we believe nothing should stand in the builder's way. Amazon Web Services. Build on.
This mofo put ads in his playlist. He's about to get bodied if he did. Ooh, it's the familiar tune. Get. Just trying to think of this. Attorney Finder. Attorney type? I don't know. I saw the ones with the V triggers. Are there other ones? Because I definitely will play it on stream if there are other ones. Well, you know what, Ultima? Just paste what you're referring to and I'll play it regardless. I want to watch it again anyway, even if it... So we got attorney type. Attorney type. Country. State. City. Zip code. Give me Sakura. Capcom related or Street Fighter 5 related. Here, let me play it again. Let me play this for a one. YouTube TV is now available.
pt1.
Oh, nice. Is this the Street Fighter?
With 5 times more
That's a
order your kit at
jerk.
I have a pen. I have an apple. Apple pen. I have a pen. I have pineapple. Pineapple pen. Apple pen. Pineapple pen. Pen pineapple apple pen.
Man, this song's really making me crave some pizza. Right, guys? Pizza?
Pen pineapple apple pen. Dance time.
Alright, guys. So I'm trying to define a tournament. Let's try to brainstorm what properties we care about for a tournament. Tournament.
I have a pen. I have a pen.
I'm putting these the wrong way.
I have an apple. I have pineapple.
Country.
Apple pineapple. Long pen. Apple pineapple.
I guess we care about the date, yeah?
Pen pineapple apple pen.
Oops. Date.
Pen pineapple apple pen.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it can get specific to like... I want to scope it down to FGC specific for now. If we end up like solving world hunger with this app, then we can expand its audience. But for now, let's just call it an FGC tournament. What are the properties that we care about for an FGC tournament, guys? Hope my doggie's okay. She's been out there for a grip now, doing the pukey things. Man, this is so ugly. I need to... My internal tools. Hella ugly, yo. Alright, so far I have the tourney type. And the possible values for this, I'm thinking like... no. Okay guys, I'm back. My doggy seems okay now. She just had to get that out of her system, whatever it was. I bet you it was my dad. My dad always gives into the puppy dog eyes and gives her treats that she shouldn't be having. She went out for a while, ate grass, chilled out there, puked, ate some more grass, puked, but she seems fine now. By the way, Newtsoft, welcome back to Qtopia. I'm trying to get back on the horse, man, with, you know, my coding stuff. So I figured I'd try to do an IRL stream just to broadcast me suffering and trying to remember how to do things. So expect a whole lot of boring content for the next 8 million hours. Hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, I'm trying to just with the Qtopians find some sort of project to get, you know, the juices flowing again.
What's a super easy way to tell that your
Creative
bed is
juices
awful?
flowing.
The raw egg test. Let me prove it.
Starting absolutely is the hardest step, man. I'm glad you feel me there, Newt. It took me over a year to get to this point where I'm starting again. So progress. I've been wanting to do a stream like this for a really long time, but it's intimidating, man. To broadcast yourself like full-on suffering. Because when you're trying to make an app work, 99% of the time you're just pissed off trying to make it to work. Trying to make it work. So I had to cough up the courage, kind of, to stream something like this. I'm definitely more confident streaming myself play Street Fighter because I have more experience doing that. Well, playing Street Fighter, since I've been playing that since 12. I wish I had been coding since I was 12. Then I'd be a lot better than I am today, which is not that great. Yeah, just an app to find tourneys. I think that's all we spec'd out for. I was just asking Qtopia, what would be a cool thing to put your boy Cutlass to work. So yeah, they thought of this little thing. Which is not little at all, it's easy to understand the scope of it. It's well scoped. Find a local tourney. Find a tourney nearest you. Alright, see you in a bit, Salty. Considered classical, calm. Oh, classical calm. Okay. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Newt. Holy crap, dude. You are a logistics king. Nearby eateries, holy crap. Yes. I almost want to break this into two different things now. But let me just make it all in the same boat for now. Daytime. Let me just shove the obvious stuff over to the side. No coding right now, we're just laying out information that we want, the information that we want to manage and deal with. Okay. Can you guys see the text okay at this size? Or is this getting a little too small to read? Let me know and I can adjust as we go, guys. I've never done non-gaming streams, so it's gonna be a lot of trial and error and feedback from you guys to tweak things. Alright, so what do you mean by call time? Exactly, I think I know, but I'll just let you explain, Juice. Newtsoft. Entry fee. How can I forget that? Nearby eateries. That's awesome. Okay. Alright, so excuse me. Call time to me is what time the tourney starts. And the recommended time to show up, maybe both. Oh. You're on mobile, so you can't read anything. Okay, that's good to know. Let me make this. Because I want to cater to mobile. That's very important to me, actually. A lot of wasted space over here. Alright. I'm gonna break this down. This is very granular. I'm gonna put this in its own category. It can be a tournament subcategory of location. Home roll. So call time is like what time the tourney starts versus recommended time to show up. Maybe both. Okay, okay. I'll call it. Start time and call time. An example here, like 7 p.m. Would show up 2 hours early or something. Already have community. Handicap. Way to look out, Newt. Parking. Handicap accessibility. Nearby eateries. A lot of this yeah, there you go, there you go. So maybe we can create a whole maybe it's good for us to create a separate venue entity. If we don't need to, we can undo this decision, but for now we can make a whole new venue entity where we put this. Whoa, what the? That was a trip. Try that again. Yep, just brainstorming. I'm very much a fan of throwing every single thought on the wall and then sorting it from there. A pet peeve I have is when people dismiss things before they have a chance to see any sort of light. That's what I don't like, so you're on the same page with that approach. And Newtsoft reminds me it depends on what I want my app to be. I haven't given that too much thought. Preliminary talk. Ketopian, Salty, and Juice Nukem. Salty Dombies. We're just saying to have a app to find local tourneys. Let me scroll up. Because it's my baby after all. Yeah, I look forward to doing this with you guys. Because, dude, real talk, making an app is extremely lonely. It's extremely an extremely solitary endeavor. And I've done that for a while. And I bet you some people can go crazy. I'm just scrolling up right now. I'll actually show what I'm doing. I'm scrolling up right now. See what Juice and Salty might have mentioned. So, okay, Salty, I'm just rereading some stuff from earlier. I know that SRK and Event Hubs has stuff like this on their websites, but you have to go through a lot of stuff to get to them. Maybe I'll do a little adventure and figure out how much effort it takes to use their tools to find a tournament. That'd be a good little exercise for me. For us. See what we like and don't like about their approach and see if we can cater it to how we want it. That's the beauty of making our own stuff. Oh, Juice Nukem talked about keeping track of the winners. Keeping track of the winners and how many CPT points each player has. I'm gonna write that down in the spreadsheet just so I don't forget. Here's the initial idea. Juice and Salty both talked about making an app just keep track of what CPT events are coming up. Whoops. Alright, so this app could come up with like a list of the upcoming things, and you can specify a range of, do you want to look a week into the future, a month, a year, etc. Ranging from small locals to majors. I like that idea. Alright, see you in a sec, Newt. Thanks for swinging by, homie. Standings, I guess. CPT points. Who's their sponsor, maybe? Could always do sort by sponsors, like. Welcome back, Nick. There's in the building. Oh, I got copyright muted, that track I was playing. Okay. Make that super huge. Yo, what's up, Swaz in the building? Let me guess, Nick. There is pineapple on this pizza that you got. Reaches down door. Whoa! Derpy Sealy, welcome back to Qtopia, man. Happy Tuesday to Swaz. Derpy Sealy in the building. You guys are doing well, man. Yeah, just brainstorming, man. I'm trying to relight the fire in me with making an app. So I figured a great way to try to relight that fire is to broadcast myself struggling. Right now we're trying to brainstorm if we were to make a FGC fighting game community tournament finder. And what would be everything we care about. So all the Qtopians in the stream putting their heads together, trying to think of all the info they would care about. Yes, Swaz, I am a programmer. Not a great one, but I can stumble my way around.
Hey, we know
and
you.
I can make things
You're
happen
what they call
if
the educated
I
consumer.
really push
no matter
myself.
what you're buying, you look closer before you make a decision.
But
so
it's hard to push myself. So part of my plan is to stream myself.
What you do
so people can be like, hey,
you won't
Cut,
stop
you're
searching
slacking.
until you find something special. You'll be surprised by what you discover when you take a closer look at Amica.
You code
Our
for a living,
reputation for
Swaz? Holy
customer
crap,
service
dude.
is enormous. Call Amica now for an auto,
Nice,
home, or
dude.
life insurance quote.
Coding
or all
is
three
fun,
together.
man.
Welcome to Amica. This
I
is
learned how to
Alphonse
code
Insured.
very late in my life compared to other coders I've met. Like, I think it wasn't until I was 25 years old when I started to teach myself. This music is so strange to play Vanilla WoW PvP too. Oh wow, you're playing Vanilla WoW? Yeah, I'm 39 years old now, and I started to teach myself around 25. And a lot of cats that I met started way younger, like they were in their teens. Maybe even pre-teens. It's like, dang, I wish I started that early. But at least I started, right? Send me the server info for this Vanilla WoW PvP. Is this a non-Blizzard one? Wait, it is Blizzard. That's awesome, Swaz. You code for a living. That's pretty cool, man. I'm trying to do it for a living. I want to stream for a living, and perhaps code on stream is one of my things I do for a living. We'll see how it goes. It's kind of difficult to broadcast in code. It's a very vulnerable thing. Yeah, dude, I wish I started at that age. That's amazing. That's when your mind is just freaking on fire. It can soak in so much at that age, 13 or 15. So what language do you like to use, or do you find yourself using in your current situation? I haven't marked this a creative. This current broadcast I'm doing, I have not marked it as creative. I don't think I'm ready to mark it as creative. So if I marked it IRL, because this is me trying to figure out how I would do a creative stream, like how I would broadcast myself trying to, you know, learn to code with you guys and stuff. It's gonna be a challenge.
It's not always easy
These
getting everyone
YouTube
into
links,
the car.
man.
But you know what can be really
Everyone
easy?
just wants
Finding the
money
right
these
car
days.
insurance.
They're putting
Call
ads in
Amica
like
now
crazy.
and get ready for a unique experience. We'll ask more questions, help you understand your options, and guide you to the right decision. It's a personalized consultation that you won't get from just any insurance company.
Keys.
So take a good look at Amica today.
Yes, it is
Call
True
for a
Grave in
free
the
auto
building.
insurance quote. Welcome to Amica.
I'm trying,
This is
man.
helpfulness.
I'm not
Insurance.
even marking it as creative yet. I'm marking it as trying to learn how to do creative stream. So this is IRL, me just broadcasting my struggle. Think of, what's that movie, The Truman Show? Where it's just a full-on broadcast no matter what's going on. I'm trying to go with that. I'm just trying to do some non-copyright classical, and even when I try to look for that, the people providing the non-copyright are just filling it with commercials every 5 minutes. This is the world we live in now. Haduki in the building. Truegrave, Swaz, Haduki, Nick Theris, French Waffle Chris, Derpy Seeley, Ayo Eric, my main man, my Excalibur. Glad you guys are here, man, on what's gonna be officially my most boring stream. Cuddy trying to find himself, man, trying to find new ways to provide content for you guys, and this way is gonna be perhaps doing creative streams. We'll see how to do it. Did I just stop my music? You dabble with almost every language, but your expertise is web programming. Nice, that's where it's at, man. Your favorite language is Python. So what about Python do you like? What makes it your favorite language? The extent of my knowledge is C, C++, C Sharp. I learned a little bit of Visual Basic when I first started, but I dislike that language. I feel it's a little too hand-holdy to the point where it ends up hurting you. You don't really know what's going on. Truegrave, you dabbled in all the languages, bro. So for those of you just walking in to Qtopia, we Qtopians are just trying to figure out what info would be pertinent to making an app that would find what's the nearest tournament finder. So we're just brainstorming all the different things we might care about. I don't know if you guys can see this on screen. If you're on mobile, it might be a pain in the butt to see, and I apologize. Python is simple and straight to the point. I barely make any mistakes when I coded it. Nice, dude. Hey, yo, Eric, my mate, did you know that our boy Swaz is a programmer, dude? The more you know, bro. Homeboy Swaz that fang. And writing him some code, man. You know, Truegrave, you'd be amazed though, dude, like how much programming is, it is construction. It pretty much is, dude. It's
I've
you are
chosen
building.
to be loud, to be unique, to be authentic, and unapologetically me. I'm good at it because I'm unafraid. Every time
Like
someone
down
wants me
to
to be
the
quiet, I speak
most
louder. I am Halsey.
like primitive form of software. It actually is physical. When you break it down to its most primitive form, which is like the bit, Truegrave, a bit is a physical marker on a device. And you actually, like, when you save data to a hard drive, it marks these bits on the hard drive with a needle and a magnet. And if your data changes, the needle rearranges where that magnet is, puts the bits in different places. And based on how you form those bits, will change what the data means. Oh, I'll show you how to play with wood, Truegrave. But yeah, dude. I like to mention that to people who like to think more with, like, you know, they work with their hands. They're more used to like the physical. It's cool to explain to that, you know, demographic that software is, in its most like primitive sense, it is physical. It's bits. Punch cards back in the day. You punch holes in different parts of the card to represent what number or expression you're trying to say. It's freaking nuts. Some very, very smart people, much smarter than me, thought of all this crap. And now I'm just trying to ride the wave. So if we were trying to find a tournament, a Street Fighter tournament, guys, what's the info we care about? You guys have chimed in a lot so far with like the tournament type being a local, a major. I added in money match there. Like what the entry fee would be. You know? Who's the primary contact? Then our boy Newtsoft chimed in with the venue and a lot of different venue considerations, which really dives into logistics. So, I forgot to highlight that and make that the correct font. Save it. Ooh, there, thank you, Truegrave. Where to sign up. Nice, perfect. Where would I put that when location? Let me put it right here for now. Sign up URL. Now let me just say hyperlink. Bam. And it would be like www.
When everything you do is focused on being the best.
Truegrave sign up.
Serenity is a welcome distraction.
TV.
The one and only Cadillac Escalade.
Oh, we have the entry fee right here. One of your Qtopian brethren thought of that one. But no one thought of the hyperlink, man. Where to sign up. Or you know what, it's possible it's not even a hyperlink. It could be a physical location you have to go sign up. Like go sign up under a bridge somewhere. Do a secret handshake. Who knows? Entry fee. $599.72. Alright. Start coloring this stuff too and make it all. I don't know. You could put a spot for hotel since says French waffle crisp in the building. See this, yeah, that's great. So Newtsoff kind of touched on something similar, which is nearby eateries, hotels. Make this a different color. I don't know. Blue. Yeah. Blue seems so amazing. Nearby hotels. Dang, you know, the more info you guys say to me, the more this seems like the sky is the limit. Like, you can be a freaking concierge. Is that the concierge? Is that the right, how do you say that word? Concierge that like, hello, I'm Mr. FGC app. Did you need to go somewhere? Did you need to meet Daigo? Well, here's an app that will push you right where you need to be. Vendors. Oh yeah, so vendors, like the different like Mad Cats. So far I put like standings. So I put player name. I put these in the wrong spots. It should be here.
Staying ahead isn't about waiting for a chance. It's about the one bold choice you make that moves you forward. The one and only Cadillac Escalade.
Vendors. So this is wrong. This. Oh wait. Let me make this specific player standings and have a separate one for organizations? I don't know. If you guys come up with a better word, definitely let me know. Organizations. And then we can put sponsors, vendors. It's probably a better word for that though. Some events have meet and greet with Justin Wong, etc. Don't know how that would be, or the vendors would organize that. Oh, we can have like correlating events. Maybe. What? 5% profit, True Gray? Man. I thought you guys just give me all this for free, bro. Your boy Cup make $1 trillion and be like, thanks, Qtopia. No, I'm just kidding. I'm definitely gonna make this all open source. Sponsors, vendors. Sister events? I don't know. Sister events meaning like event that's running alongside or right within the event. I don't know how to call this though. I don't know the word for it. Some halls have event maps like play area, main area, etc. You can have a link to that map. That would be sweet, dude. Conventions. Thank you. That's it. Conventions. So there's different conventions going on within this tournament. So we're still trying to look at this as there's an overarching game tournament, an overarching fighting game tournament, and all of the following stuff are just child data of this main shebang. This is the main event right here. So a convention would be a mini thing happening within. You know what's funny? I don't have, holy crap. Guys, I don't have a field for the name, tournament name. Let's change that. Event name? I don't know, I guess. Tourney name. Let's not be ambiguous. Tourney name. There. I don't even know if that's a proper Roman numeral. But you guys get my drift. Let's not get cute, let's just call it 15. Defend the cake, 15. Entry fee, $599. Oh, there can be participant and spectator entry fees are different. Let's break that down. Entry fee. Player. Entry, and then it would be entry fee spectator. So I gave a really cute price of $599. Let's be reasonable. $50, you think, ultimately? And then, I don't know. These values don't matter, by the way. We're just to help us envision things. We don't need to get into the details, obviously. These are all hypothetical values. We can make that $1 billion later. Right. So the contact is ultimately 25. The sign-up link is truegravesignup.tv. Room? Oh! Player pass. Plus additional for each tournament entered. Wow. Plus an estimated total per person. Also, there are usually special rates for hotels within the venue or around the venue, so there should be links for those as holy crap. Ultimate Leo in the building. Okay, yeah, so we do. Newtslaff helped me flesh this one out. The initial pavement layings of nearby eateries, nearby hotels. But then this, we can have this hold a deeper value of actual, like, sponsored hotels, maybe. Or maybe we can give nearby and sponsored their own separate values. Let's just try that for now, and we can decouple, couple, or differentiate later. Event discount. Let me just make these all entry fees. Might need its own category, we'll see. If it gets big enough. Entry fee. You know what, we should just make fees. A whole new fees look category, probably.
That's good.
Individual attorney. Yeah, this should take up its very own fees entity thingy mabob Let me do that for now. This is becoming its own thing. The fees. Fees. We get its own shindig. Big old font. Make it special. Okay. It is though, isn't it, Ultimelio? And I really look forward to this being some sort of outlet that can keep me in check. Because if I share my progress and create this with you guys, it's gonna be a public thing where you guys can easily be like, hey, Cut, so what about that thing you were working on? And I'd be like, oh yeah, about that. I've been slacking too much. And that's where the sirens go off. Check your boy. So a player pass, that's just to get in the door. Then they want anything else on top of that. It's per tourney. How do we break it? So if I'm trying to think here, if this event had individual tournaments, how would we break that down here? I think we would just end up numbering it tourney 0 through, and then give a max number. Tourney 0 through 100. That's a very generous number though. 100 different tournaments going on. Arbitrary number, but if things get crazy, we can always crank that max number. Individual tourney. ID. Let's call ID. Individual. Okay. Who to contact? Sign up hyperlink. Tourney name, defend the cake 15. Is it a, what type is it? Is it local, major, or money match? making things pretty as filler for me thinking. Okay. So organizations, I haven't really fleshed this out in my mind yet. Like, there's gonna be different sponsors at our event, at our overarching event. Different sponsors, different vendors. Well, some people use this synonymous. Do some people use these two terms synonymous? Is one question I have. True Gray was talking about like individual locations for the different organizations within the overarching event. So in theory, we'd be able to go pinpoint any location within the venue of where would Mad Cats be, where would Razor be in this building. I mean, it could get crazy into that amount of detail. I don't know. I don't know if people would care to have that much info. It's definitely not one of those things, if the customer wants it, we could do it. It's just hard for me to gauge how important that would be right now. So far for fees, we have the base entry fee, which is the player pass. Entry fee for the individual tournaments going on within the event, within the venue. I don't have anywhere for venue name yet. Venue name. I don't know if location would be the correct place. I guess a venue name would be part of physical address. You could put the name there. Let's just do that for now. Switch gears a little bit and look for some inspiration, I guess. So I have shuriken.com and Event Hub's up just for inspiration. According to Salty F Dombies, these sites already have means of finding tournaments, but they can be a bit cumbersome, maybe, is some of the feedback I'm getting. So let me try to learn myself, how would I find a tournament from Event Hubs. Tournament results, it's pretty cool. KIT and Final Round 21 are the next two majors coming up. So I got a question for you, ultimately. How did you find that information? What steps did you take? Because I myself don't know how to quickly... I don't know how to ask myself, hey Cutlass, I want to find the next 2 majors coming up. I don't have concrete steps that come to mind, outside of going onto Twitch and asking people. So right now you go through Google, Twitter, and Facebook. So there's no tool that can answer that simple question. What are the 2 next majors coming up? Correct me if I'm wrong, Qtopia, but is there currently no tool that does exactly that? What are the next 2 majors coming up in FGC? Do we have a use case for that yet? In any website, any app, etc.? So you have to do some legwork in order to get this info. You see, ultimately you already do more legwork than I ever would, just because I'm lazy. See, I'm the lazy type that I just tend to ask others, hey, hello Twitch chat room, does anyone know when the next majors are? The next 2 majors are? That's how I would do it. But not that you're aware of, okay. So here's Event Hub's main page. Here's Shuriken's main page. I don't know. Ooh. Tournaments. Let's try this. So Shuriken.com for the tournaments. Go here. Do not hit refresh. Page will reload on its own. Bookmark this page. They have 0 Facebook and Twitter shares for this. Maybe not enough awareness that the page exists. That this page exists. Okay, so they give us a calendar view of the current month that we're in. So this gives us a bit of a raw snapshot of what tournaments are happening this month. I'm not sure if that's how my brain personally thinks. I'm sure a lot of people think in this way, like, hey, what's coming up? Let me look at the current month and see what all possible tournaments are going on. I don't think I think of this way. I think more in like, when's Daigo playing next? When's the next Street Fighter major? When's the next money match? If you think in that type of mindset, I'm not sure what would be the optimal way to display the results to the user. Would it be a calendar view? Not sure. Not sure about that yet. Well, let's drill down a little bit at least. So now we're looking at November. Here are all the tourneys known to SRK.com. For tourneys going on in November. Right here we have 2GGC November Saga, that's a name. Hover over it, it gives some cool info. It gives the Smash GG website. Smash GG seems to be a very popular website for like entering tourneys and stuff. I should definitely have this as one of my references for things. You think a calendar view is okay? Okay. Oh, but it's easier to search based on what game you want to play. So right now, this current view that we're looking at are all fighting games, I'm assuming. So let me just click on one of these and see, does it drill down? Okay, so it links us to a Google Calendar. So they're leveraging existing tools out there. That's smart. It's always, you know, it's always smart to leverage existing tools, but does it take away from the experience of like a unified experience? Most often, yes. It pops you out of immersion into a different web page, pops you out of the application per se into your Safari browser. None of which are a big deal, but if we really want to give an integrated experience, this would all be handled under the same brand presentation, the same visual theme. And it could be a matter of just reskinning Google's existing APIs here, like their existing calendar API. We could continue to leverage it, but just reskin it in our own themed fashion. Just thinking out loud. So right now they have Where, which is, let me zoom into this, guys. So I zoomed into one event within the November Shuriken.com calendar for tournaments. This first one here is the 2GGC November Saga, which happened Saturday, November 4th, 2017. Where? Santa Ana, California, USA. We have an option to click on a map. My gut tells me I wouldn't want to see the map right away the moment I'm looking at the overall info for the tournament. This is pretty intimidating. I would definitely be intimidated by this because I have horrible sense of direction. So this is something we could probably improve on, is just show a zoomed in view of just this piece. Just right here. Smash GG is only good when they have the tournament put up. Okay, so people can be spreading word of this tournament to Shuriken.com, which in turn Shuriken.com puts the event on their calendar, but that doesn't necessarily mean there's a Smash GG entry for it yet. I think in an ideal world, the entry would be put up and it would be on the buzz calendars, you know, for the FGC. Even if you don't know all the details, you can at least have the placeholders up there, maybe. I think there's a lot to think about in that regard. So ultimately, so like if I were to check for EVO 2018 today, there wouldn't be anything up. Right. And you know, there could be, from like we being the creators of this tool, this app, we can give sort of a certain type of messaging to our customers saying, hey, if you want to organize something, as long as you know the date, per se, like for instance, I mean, let's say all you know for now is the date, then go ahead and make that entry 1 year from now. And you can fill in the rest later. At least people will know the general info. It's hard to say. But I think it seems like for the tournament organizers, in order to be optimal, they would put up the tournament as soon as possible, even if they don't have all the logistics and details fleshed out. If they can at least decide on a date. Which would be tough because that also would be dictated by where they can hold it, what venue they can secure. Would probably inform the date. A lot to think about, for sure. Alright, so here we're back at the event details. This is all we get from Shuriken.com. We can go on and to event hubs and see how they present the experience. It's pretty cool. We can add the notification to our Google calendars. I start to wonder here, like, say you have an iOS device. Are people gonna want to make a Google Calendar in order to save this info? I think I personally would be too lazy. I'm extremely lazy though. Like above average lazy. Let's look at how the Smash entry looks like, the Smash.gg entry. Whoa, Smash GG is very detailed. Looks very professional. Dynamic data and everything. Is this info easy to interpret? Let me try to interpret this myself. Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Top 8 completed, so that's current standings. Oh, we're looking back in time. That's right, that's right. Okay. Completed. Welcome back, Salty Dombies in the building. So this is, we're looking at something that's already happened. Alright, let's try to look at something that happens in the future. Go back to Event Hub's calendar and let's look at something in January. So January 2018, they have one Cooperation Cup 16. And they put the game in brackets, Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. In Tokyo, Japan. You can join a video call on it? Wow. What does that do though? What does joining a video call actually do? I mean, there's not someone currently in a video talking about this stuff, is there? I'm not clear on what that does. Anyone familiar with this feature? Join video call? Is something live right now going on where they're talking about this event? So they have the website cooperation.com, cooperationcup.com, created by Mushinz at Shuriken.com. Calendar shared on the global calendar, SRK tournament calendar. So it looks like the SRK, the Shuriken website, leverages Google Calendar. Just smart. They don't want to reinvent the wheel. They don't have... So right now it looks like, correct me if I'm wrong guys, but they only have the city available, so that's general. So they're just plotting down a placeholder for this. Maybe they don't know the actual location yet. Yeah, so they're not pointing me to a map of a menu or a map to the venue. It's just a map to Tokyo. So maybe that's their way of doing what we were kind of talking about earlier, which is being a little bit general, just getting the date out there for people to know about way ahead of time. Oops, I don't want to look at this. Okay, let's look at another entry. See something January 26th. Evolution Championship Series Japan. January 26th through the 28th. Oh, that's something that I'm not giving right now in our spreadsheet. We're not giving a range. We're giving a start date, but we're not like giving an end. Start time. Newsoft suggested calling time, which is how early to show up before the event actually starts. Let's just put 5 p.m. Let's put end date for now.
I'm trying to find a new way where the sun's shining down on my face.
Some more DLC characters were reviewed for MVCI and they look mad boring. Is that the boring emote? Resident Sleeper. I need to get up to speed with how that emote is used. Salty Dom is in the building. Okay. So here is yet another event in the future that only has the city for now specified. No venue, no address, no specific address, just the city, Tokyo, Japan. Let's keep looking. What about on the 26th? Same deal. Yep, Tokyo, Japan. Did I already go to 28? Tokyo, Japan. Go back to December. There's probably a little bit more busyness in December. Not really. Pretty quiet in December, actually. Alright, December 2nd, off the ground. This is approaching within a couple weeks, so let's see how fleshed out they have this. Puerto Rico. Alright, so they're not specific up here with a venue or anything. I guess people are relying more on this section, the description. So interested parties would have to drill into their website, like here. To get more info, like. So here's a Facebook event. I think a lot of people use Facebook events for organizing their tourney, which makes sense. Bro, my Black Widow is gonna be good, like real good. You're gonna be like, hey, this guy Leo, you got a mean ass Black Widow. I believe it. I believe it, Leo in the building. Excuse me, I wonder if we could just leverage Facebook invites. Like, I wonder if they expose their tools to the point where we could use them easily. Like, put our own face on it. expose their APIs, their application programming interface. Like, could I make an app that just easily ties into Facebook Events API or something like that? Look for final round. So this set shows the actual, oh, it's a community center. Salon Enrique. See, this is pretty convenient. They have the actual Facebook entity that you can go drill into and look at where is this place. It's a community center. I think it would be smart for us to leverage like the Facebook tools for this, because everyone's using it already anyway. Having an app where you can just look at it and see if a tourney is close by or soon. Or there's a setup like a bar or something with reviews attached as well. Yeah, Newtsoft talked about like nearby eateries, which I liked. Because you always want to figure out what's the buzz around the town where this event's taking place. What are the different places I can hop to from, just say you're bar hopping or whatever. Places to stay, stuff like that. Places that are affiliated and will provide discounts if you stay at their hotel. Okay, Ultimate Leo wants me to look for final round, which should be in March. Alright, let's do that. And through these exercises, I'm actually learning myself how to navigate the FGC event waters. So I'm on srk.com, going in a March calendar, and there's nothing in here right now. Are you seeing the same thing, Ultimate Leo? You signed up for it like 2 weeks ago. Well, you most definitely didn't do it through here because there's nothing here. So we are seeing some, some gaps in presentation on our various tools. Like, where did you find it? Did you have to go through Twitter, through Facebook? Yeah, but I like what you're saying, Salty, where the app can keep it simple and just say, what is nearby, or what is soon. These presentations, my mind doesn't work well looking at a calendar. I don't know if anyone is like me at all, but my brain doesn't really envision my plans or aspirations based on a calendar. It's more based on the linear, what is near, what is soon, like what you're saying, Salty. But I think everybody's wired differently, so I'm wondering if like striking a balance between having a calendar view versus having more of a verbal, this is soon, this is nearby type of presentation. It'll be interesting. That was through Facebook though. You thought it would be on the Shuriken website calendar for now. Okay, so to find these events, it's already getting proven to us that we gotta jump through a couple hoops to find what we want. Like for instance, we can't find final round through Shuriken.com's tournaments calendar. Ultimately, you'll have to find it through Facebook. Facebook seems to be doing a good job of tracking all this stuff for us at the moment. But even if Facebook does almost all of it for us, it would still be nice to reskin it in our own app, even if we are calling Facebook in the end. I don't know. I'll think about that. Chills McPhee in the building! How is Chills doing today, man? Happy Tuesday to you. Hope all is well, bro. Welcome back to Qtopia. Qtopia's trying new things. We're trying to brainstorm how we might want to make a FGC tournament finder app. So it's more okay. Ultimately, it's more like the organizers have their own pages on social media, right? They have their own pages on social media. They want to promote that page. But once a customer goes to that page, there's no real side-by-side experience for them to like swish off to the next event. Oh, so this is happening here. What else is happening elsewhere and nearby and soon? There's no experience that latches that question on effectively, I think. Oh, so what else is going on? I don't think there's any tool that really handles that yet. It's a pretty simple question that can't be easily answered. A lot of these FGC tourneys are kind of from tribal knowledge at the moment. People gotta know where to look. It's not gonna be popped into their view by accident unless they're skimming news feeds on social media. Ooh, Chills McPhee says, I like it, the whole notion of this tourney finder that Qtopia is trying to build. I live in Kansas and have no idea if there's any type of community here. Wow. Alright guys, bear with me. I'm gonna get a little scatterbrained here because I'm now becoming curious about what type of tools Google provides for us. I want to know what kind of location tools Google has for us. Like, what if I just ask Google, where am I? Alright. Maybe I shouldn't do that in case any of you want to, like, visit me in my bedroom at night while I'm naked. Maybe I shouldn't do that. What stadium is near me? Here we go. This is probably... Salty's like, But yeah, like what you said, like Chills McPhee. Nah, I trust you guys. The only reason why I'm being careful is because this stuff is all like video on demand and can be referenced later. I know where Cullis's bedroom is, and what he likes for breakfast, and what kind of bathrobe he uses on Tuesdays. What? I live in Kansas and have no idea if there's any type of community here. Exactly, so this FGC tourney finder can find tournaments, but that can also be like the beginning steps to be like finding your communities, what communities are here. That could be something like a login. Really, CBD should have something connect our accounts to. So you log in, pick a few simple options, and bam. Oh, yeah. Exactly. So there's nothing... Okay, more scatterbrain. Capcom.com, Capcom USA. Loading, just like Street Fighter 5 servers. Gotcha. So far, nothing. Oh, here we go. Arcade Edition coming January 16th. Nothing on their front page about CPT. So Capcom doesn't even make it easy. Community. Dang, Capcom's website is what, dude? Just like their servers. Is that long that took to load? Community, store, games, career. Street Fighter. Muted by default? And this website's very noisy, as in a bunch of stuff. The hell's that? Oh, there's Nadeshka with the chair. Bison pumping his fist, and as he pumps his fist, a bunch of psycho power. It's Cammy, okay. Turbulence. Chain. Oh, Hadouken for Chun-Li. Yeah. Oh, that UI's pretty. The only problem is local events are never just Capcom. But yeah, this could be. Yeah, it could support the CPT stuff, but also local stuff for sure. And part of that thinking is already kind of touched on here, right here. Tourney type, local, major, money match, and we can definitely drill down into that more, like go into like CPT or whatever. Cut loop. I like it, chills. We had Salty says true, but that's what this could be for The FGC, not just Street Fighter. Yep, exactly. That's the goal here. Don't have group sections though. Don't have group sections though for games, just areas, otherwise it'll become a failed format. That's true. Like, do you mean, Salty, like, don't have a place to discuss the games in this app? It's more like we need to make a place for the organizers. Make a place for the organizers of local events can use to spread word for their events. Okay, I like that. A place for organizers of local events to spread the word. I'm gonna put that in like some subtext right here. Place for organizers. Local events. To manage, I want to see, and spread the word. There, that's our little slogan we can continue to modify. But I would love for that to be at the heart of it, for the locals to make it easy to advertise their stuff. Yep. Success is the best lure out there. You get people connected. Save the metrics. Tournaments that use cut loop have grown 25% in their first 3 months. And then people want to know more. Oh, nice, Chills. Yes, exactly, dude. Yeah, I definitely want to be, I want this app to be agnostic to any fighting game. I want it to be restricted to fighting games for now. We could always make an argument that this could apply to any game, but I want to just make fighting game the focus for now. Because I can only think so generic, where if I think too generic, I might not have any specific focus. So for now, fighting games, yep. And not just Street Fighter, that's the other piece. That would definitely be cool to have like a Capcom endorsement. I mean, and they can decide to do that. We wouldn't like make that a priority, but if they find the tool useful and they're getting numbers because of it, and they can track that kind of stuff, maybe they might want to reach out and endorse. Who knows? Cool, guys. Street Fighter website doesn't really do a good job of, like, I'm trying to find out CPT stuff and I don't know. I haven't found anything yet.
It's not always easy getting everyone into the car. But you know what can be really easy? Finding the right car insurance. Call Amica now and get ready for a unique experience. We'll ask more questions, help you understand your options, and guide you to the right decision. It's a personalized consultation that you won't get from just any insurance company.
Keys.
So take a good look at Amica today. Call for a free auto insurance quote. Welcome to Amica. This is Helpfulness Insured.
Ooh. CapcomProTour.com. So they have a separate... Okay, they have a separate website. Interesting. And this website isn't easy to find from their main website. Huh. Okay. I'll be right back, guys, and use the restroom. I'll keep this page up for you guys to kind of glance at and get ideas or inspiration. Be right back. Okay, I'm back. For your patience, guys. Yo, hey, I'm gonna make sure I read back everything you guys saying because this is all valuable insight. So Chills McPhee says, okay, so it sounds like you could create a space that locals can advertise for free, that money matches can be set up, and advertise it to players as level up or earn your keep sort of stuff. For the local scenes, it's free advertising and shouldn't be an issue. For money matches, a disclaimer makes that easy. Yes, yes, yes. Chills McPhee goes on to say, right now this is the big deal with Discords. The Discord app, okay. Like, many players specifically look for matches and lobbies via the Discord. Oh, I didn't think of Discord. That is good to know. I've been thinking, all this time I've been thinking more along the lines of Facebook, Twitter, Google, YouTube, and oh yeah, like Event Hubs and Shuriken.com. Chills McPhee says, I wonder if you could just make a Discord that has information to the major FGC hubs. Yeah, that would definitely be pretty trivial to set up, I think. A bot could pretty much handle simple stuff like keeping local tournament info and the like. In the end, I would like even this FGC Finder thing, or FGC Tourney Finder thing, to be a bot in its own sense. A lot of brainstorming, new stuff in the building. Got some Ketopians providing some really good input, so this is fun. Look at all the different types of fees we started breaking down Newtsoft. You have like your, per Ultimate Leo brought up this kind of stuff like entry fee, the player pass type entry fee, individual tournament ID, so there's different tournaments going on within this event. So within Defend the Cake tournament and venue, well, I should say, at the Defend the Cake 15 event and venue, there are 5 different tournaments. One is Street Fighter 2, one is Street Fighter 4, one is Street Fighter 5, one is Killer Instinct, one is Mortal Kombat, or whatever. But, I mean, that's the different tourney IDs I'm kind of getting at here. And then there would be different fees based on spectator versus the player. I mean, we can make this tool incredibly flexible for the organizer. I mean, this is pretty much, it's going to be for both. This tool is to make both parties make their lives easier, both the organizers and the seekers, the spectators. For location, we added venue name. For the longest time, we didn't even have venue name as part of the valid fields for this app. Organization, still kind of muddy in my mind. I can't think of better verbiage or types of values for organizations yet, but I'm thinking like the different sponsors and different vendors that are going to be there. Sponsors being like the sponsors for the different players competing. Vendors being like the different kiosks set up, the different booths set up to sell food or merchandise, or for signing up to different causes of the FGC, whatever, type booths. I don't really have that fleshed out at all in my mind of how to break down those types of options for an organizer to fill out here. But in the end, I really think to how Salty Dombies kind of words all this, which is, I want an app that can tell me what tourney is nearby and which are coming up soon. So it's a proximity. There's 2 different types of proximity we want to measure and value and give high value to the user. The first proximity is physical proximity. How close you are physically to this place. We want to give you a top list of which ones are physically close to you. The other proximity is time-based proximity. How soon is it? We want to bubble up to the top of this list an aggregate of those 2 proximities. The app will ultimately ask a very simple question and give a very simple list in return. That simple list can then be drilled down into, though, where you get all this good stuff. How do I enter? And I would actually love the app to handle all of that stuff, man. Like, it would handle player registration, so it would have a view of everyone who has entered the tournament, then immediately lay out the boilerplate stuff for the bracket standings. I mean, they can get all this info, but at the forefront, it's going to be simple. It's going to be like, what's going on? Answer, here's what's going on. Thank you. What's nearby? What's close? Don't ramble. Tell me now. Bam. Open app, put in zip code. Events pop up in order of location and time closest to me. For sure, dude. This is almost seeming like an Expedia for FGC. Imagine that, dude. I never thought of this, but like freaking the hotel booking, the rent-a-car booking, the dinner reservations, the dinner delivery. What the hell is happening? I just wanted to find a tourney. Now I'm getting a pedicure. Stay focused, cut. Stay focused. So yeah, if you guys have any other thoughts for what kind of field, like this is all just open, wide open still. This is a total wide open thought tank. So as things come to you randomly, just let me know and I'll add stuff here as you guys think of it. There's no wrong answer. There's no wrong or dumb suggestion. Any suggestions are good ones. That means that we are thinking out loud. That's the goal here. Think out loud and I'll jot it down. Plan your whole Canada Cup week. Have bars or a Dave & Buster's listed. Exactly, dude. People will start wanting to latch on to these events. Freaking Chili's will be like, hey, did you hear the latest FGZ events going on? We should definitely offer discounts during that week. We'll be getting businessmen to say hype horns. And the world will be a better place. Upload what? Sign in what? Stores can offer discounts via the app? Yo, let me make a feature list too while we're at it. Let's add another sheet to the spreadsheet. Call it feature list. Features. If restaurants start doing the hype horns every time someone pays, I'd go out every night. Oh, you know what? French Waffle, you totally reminded me. Welcome to Scatterbrain Cut. But part of what I want to try to figure out on stream with you guys is that feature I've been ranting about, which is I want to reward my subscribers with access to a hype horn. A live hype horn that will buzz when you push a button. So if a subscriber pushes a certain button, it will go on the actual stream. Maybe I can figure that one out too on stream. I need to divide up my focus properly. But switching tasks from one task to the other is so fun. Yeah, I've mentioned it in the past, and I'm tired of being all talk nude stuff. I want to implement it. Exactly. Have an exclamation point hype, and it just rings off in the stream. That's either a cool idea or a recipe for disaster. Yeah, I imagine French waffle that I'd have to add a cooldown to it. Okay, guys, you can only hype horn me once every 30 minutes. I don't know. Save it for those really special moments when I get bodied in Street Fighter. Yo, Cut just got bodied. Oh, he just got bodied again, but I can't ring the horn. I have to wait 30 minutes. Local pubs? Alright, local pubs. Dave... What's that place called again? Dave and Buster's. First time I've seen a Dave and Buster's was in Denver when I was visiting a buddy. I don't know if that's in Seattle, I'm not sure. And what was Newt's, oh, stores can offer discounts via app. Okay. Alright. You guys have any other features? Let me know, I'll just add them here. And a good way to think about this feature list is that none of them are like promises that we have to commit to, right? We're just brainstorming feature ideas. These are all pie in the skies. And what we want to bring to fruition is all our choice. So, go cray. So what kind of standings do we care about? CPT points, player name, I guess ranking? CPT ranking? I don't know if that's the same thing as CPT points. Well, maybe points will just show the raw number of points the player has, and ranking will be the actual position on the leaderboard. I think there's another one we could put here is brackets. This is a whole feature in itself, man. This would be just having this would be I think a huge undertaking. That's my initial guess, at least. To have full bracket support, just like Smash GG or something. I mean, that's Smash GG's entire specialty. But I would love to have an app that can just say, here's who's winning. The eventual goal IMO would be CPT and local rankings. Okay, I like it, Salty. We're keeping it lean and mean. That's good. I want to bite off more than we can chew. This is something I have to I really need to study myself. Like, there's pools, right? There's losers, winners. I think people care about top 8 often, right? Who are the and this would be like kind of like retro type stats. Like after the event happened, they can go back, click on this event. The same event that they clicked on to find how to get to it would be the same event they click on to see what ended up happening. So these event entries in the app would actually account for when the event is happening, and it'll account for what ended up happening at the event. And I think that ought to be seamless. So say this all works out and whatnot, seeing who the local fighting game wizard at what place would be sick. So kind of giving a spotlight, is that what you're saying? Like the organizer, a spotlight on the organizer, or like a spotlight on a well-known player for that region, for that local, I don't know. Yeah, just top 8, don't get overly convoluted. True, true, true. I only want to display like what people, at a moment's notice, like what people care about the most. Yo, who won? Who got top 8? Oh, so you think it would be cool to have the app have a nice means of showing the spotlight to the organizer and the local wizard player? Yeah, I like that, man. There's oftentimes I'll be watching an event and I'll be, oh, I didn't even know this event existed in this state. And then the moment I realize I never knew about it, my next thoughts become, who's the organizer? Who's the unsung hero? So for that to be easily pinned to the spotlight of the app would be kind of cool. I agree. We at least have that data accounted for. Not in the most romantic way, but it's at least here. Who to contact, but there's much more to it than just who the contact is. We're talking the man, the blood, sweat, you know, the man or woman, the blood, sweat, and tears behind the event. And how to make the app seamlessly give nice recognition to them. That would be awesome, actually. Because people have careers, right? Some people might want to do this, and I'm sure plenty of people want to do this full time, where they're taking care of the FGC in their region. They're being like the mama papa, making sure everyone's having fun, making sure everyone's staying organized. And what better way to show our thanks than to have an app that really puts the spotlight on them, helps them easily build their name, build their brand, so they can continue. Have an app that can easily search for all these different organizers and easily search their resumes for all the past events that they've been responsible for. All the past events that, if it weren't for them, those events that you've known to love, Moment 37, yada yada yada, wouldn't have been possible without that person. If you can easily look up that kind of information, that'd be showing love to the people behind the scenes, the ones putting in all the blood and sweat. Exactly. I want this to be, like, I want this app, you're thinking along the same lines as me, Salty, like, I want this app to be its own, like, organism, to where there isn't any gatekeeper trying to make sure all the info is good, all the info is meaningful. I feel that if the app does a good job of doing what it's intended to do, people will want to be adamant about keeping all their info up to date. They will want to be adamant about giving a rich content to the different fields that they contribute to, whether it be about a player, whether it be about themselves, whether it be about their past contributions, stuff like that. I want this app to be like a great means of just giving props, making sure those people are known, and also making sure that these events are easy to discover. So I think in my future streams for this stuff, I'm gonna start trying to resurrect the app that I already started making. Which is gonna take me a bit of work because I'm gonna have to refresh myself on how to get everything working. Because it requires that I have a server host. So I have to pay for web hosting, and I recently reactivated my web hosting account to host all this stuff. So basically, like, the database that's going to be storing all of your guys, all the FGC's info, securely obviously is going to be the other priority. Securely store all the FGC's info, like their username, their tournament standings. I reactivated my web hosting account that will store all that type of relevant information. Now I just gotta work on getting the app to talk to that service again. I'm wondering if I have the mental energy to start on that right now. If I were to go to Visual Studio right now and try to get it working. So this is super tiny on everyone's screen, my apology. Unit tests. Oh god, yeah, this is all tiny. I'll have to think of ways to zoom up on Studio. Okay. Control plus mouse wheel. Your call, if not, we brainstormed a lot. Yeah, for sure, man. Like, if anything, I feel good just brainstorming with you guys because that's already kind of getting my brain tired. Like, I'm already kind of getting fatigued. So now I'm gonna have to learn to pace myself throughout all the subsequent streams. Make sure I don't bite off more than I can chew for a given broadcast. Learn how to divvy up the different types of activities. Divvy up the different types of activities like brainstorming versus actual implementation versus investigating a new technology, investigating how the competition does it, how we can do it better, or outright just trying to figure out how to get something to work. That's a huge time. Break time, perhaps, Newt Saw. This is making me think like streaming a game will actually be kind of easy after this. So here's my app with a bunch of stuff I need to all commented out code. Wonder what for. Ideas that went to poop, maybe. Tackle one idea at a time, bro. I feel you, dude. See, these, what I'm looking at right now, guys, are called unit tests. Let me try to zoom in as much as possible. Unit tests are the tests that you execute against your app to make sure things are working. So if you implement a certain functionality, you immediately write a test to make sure that that functionality works. So in this case, I have a test called session member. So this is regarding a session member. A session member is anyone that's currently logged on to the Yoga Frame
super easy
service.
way to tell that your bed is
So Yoga
awful.
Frame is
The
just the
raw ad
code
test.
name I'm giving this
Let me
app.
prove it.
Yoga Frame. So whenever you guys hear me saying Yoga Frame, eventually you'll be familiar just to note that that's the name of the whole app, the whole service that I'm trying to build here. So, what is this? What's playing in the background?
When it comes to mattresses, you used to only have
Advertisement.
3 choices. Looking for some shoulder pain? Try a hot...
You lost me. Nah, dude. This is E for everyone right here, bro. This is E for everyone. Ready? Sign up with a malformed username. So, what this test case is doing is it's trying to sign in to the Yoga Frame service, just like how you would make a new Twitch account. You make a new Twitch account, a new Twitter account. This is yet another account you would make out in the internet. This one is a Yoga Frame account made by this dude named Cutlass that wants your business because he wants to make the FGC a cooler place. But now that you have that context, yeah, you're going to the Yoga Frame. You download the app from the App Store or the Android Market, Google Play, I think it's what it's called. You download the app. You download Yoga Frame. You're presented with a login screen, and I'll show you guys the screens once I get this app functional again. I'll be able to load up the actual user interface. But for now, I'll just kind of talk about the internals a bit, I guess. So this test case is it's testing whether I am successfully handling any of you guys making a invalid username. So in this case, I'm putting this check mark here. I want to sign up to Yoga Frame as Cutlass. But I thought I'd be cute, whatever this user is. I thought he'd be cute and put a check mark symbol before Cutlass. So what this test case is doing is it's trying to simulate me being a user and trying to log into the service with this badly formed username. In the end, we're gonna reject this. We're gonna be like, hey, you're not allowed to put a check mark. You're always cute. Yep, trying to